If you're thinking about a trip to Colombia, an easy option is Cartagena along the Caribbean Sea. Now, I took a tour that included Cartagena and Torona National Park, but this is a trip you could definitely do on your own. Cartagena is a beautiful historic city and very close to the dreamy beaches of the Rosario Islands. The walled city, or fortress, was built by the Spanish in 1586 for defense and storage. And each street, as we can see in the picture, have these cute little boutiques, which are great for shopping. One key historic place in the city is the clock tower, which is also an entrance you can take to exit to the port area. Now, some tips. Cartagena is steaming hot, even if it rains a lot, even at night. So bring a hat and a bottle of water. And if you don't have a hat, a ton of vendors will try to sell you one. Now, part of what I love about travel is tasting local cuisine. This steak surprised me with a very sweet sauce, and our tour guide said they actually use Coca-Cola to make the rice brown. In another restaurant where I had a similar dish, it seemed to be a soy sauce. The fried plantain on top was extremely tasty, and I just love avocado. Anything with avocado makes me happy. Now, another tip when walking in the street, watch out for potholes or holes in the sidewalk. Now, I fell into one which wasn't fun, so just want to make sure others are aware. Also, Cartagena is pretty safe within the wall city, but still be on alert, and some street vendors will follow you around like pests, but just be firm. I stayed at this hotel, Don Pedro de Herrera, which is within the walled city as part of my tour. So for me, it was a great location because I was able to easily walk to restaurants and different sites on my own. Our tour guide told us about this restaurant Interno, which was set up as a social project to help rehabilitate female inmates by training them to work in restaurants. And to me, it's worth visiting because it's a good cause, and the restaurant is also in an old jail. In terms of food, I really love the seafood, which all over Colombia, really, I really love the seafood. It's so fresh. Also, I really loved a drink called I can't say it. Lemonade with coconut milk, and basically it's coconut milk froth and lemonade mixed in, which sounds weird, but the sweet and acid taste is really refreshing, and you have to try it to know for sure. Now, some of the streets were decorated, and I'm not sure if it was for Colombian Independence Day, which was on November 11th, but I thought it was very pretty. Some people, or most people, know Colombia is the place for emeralds. And if you're shopping for emeralds, now try and do some research ahead of time. Trust your instincts with scammers. And of course, check the processing didn't involve underage labor. Now, I am definitely not an expert, so this is as much advice as I can give you. Another place to visit is the Old Port, which is just outside the wall city. And if you're in the wall city, you can walk through the clock tower entrance to get there. Now, a warning is this is where I found the most people trying to sell you tours and cruises. So again, just be firm and keep walking. I thought that the port was really pretty, and there seemed to be a lot of ships offering cruises to different places. I noticed one to the Rosario Islands, which will be another video I will be posting. Some ships also seem to be party ships. Now, there is a party bus that I saw driving around the city. However, there's so much to do and see, it's hard to be bored in Cartagena. I would say a 2 to 3 day visit in the city would be fine for most people. And of course, the question that most people ask is, can you drink the water? Yes. but bottled water isn't really expensive, so I just use the water from the tap for brushing my teeth, and I just purchase bottled water anyway. You don't need malaria pills for Cartagena, but still walk with, of course, mosquito repellent and sunblock. Now, the last part is a trip to the local market, and I would say if you want to visit the local market, you probably want to get a guide to take you there. This is where people actually go to buy food, fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, everything in the local market. Now, for me, it was great because I got to try some new fruit, which this one here was very sweet and tasty. The yellowish one kind of reminds me of a golden apple, but I know that's not the name for it. And we also visited a local diner. That was also part of the tour, and it was in the market. So uh, the picture shows these huge pots where someone is busy cooking up a storm with all of the different dishes that would be available for us to sample. And it was great tasting food. Honestly, the seafood in Colombia is just amazing. It is so fresh. I ate seafood any chance I got in Colombia. So definitely something you want to enjoy, even if you're not a seafood lover, because I'm not really a seafood lover. Now, the other thing that's interesting about this market is it's very steamy. So just be alert that when you go there, it will be extremely hot. So you definitely need a bottle of water when you visit this market. Otherwise, Colombia is a fun place to visit, and Cartagena along the Caribbean Sea a must on your list. Hope I've shared some tips and it helps you in your planning.